Hello, everybody. It is your baby boomer Kitty Lane from the Peninsula in Virginia, back with another Create and Relate. Give me 1 second. I'm getting ready to make sure we are properly set up. I'm letting you know straight off the cuff. This girl is struggling today. The girl has a really, really bad sensitivity migraine today. And it's sensitivity to sight, so this light is killing me. And it's also sensitivity to smells and sounds. Good morning, sis. How are you, gorgeous? So that's where we are. Also, everything that I had to show you, the one completed thing that I had to show you, and I know there was something else that was complete, but I'm not in the mind space to look for my stuff today. But the good thing about today is that I consider Saturdays the end of my week and the beginning of my next week. So I can show you progress that I've made on a few things, and I can show you the start of a new item, and I can tell you where I plan to push forward, what we're going to do on Tuesday, what we're going to do on Thursday, hoping that you all will wake up and join me on Flex Friday. And that's what we're going to be about today. Guys, I have to tell you all, we have loads of fun on Thursdays. We really do. It's Thoughtful Thursday, and that's where we do our trivia. And it is just so much fun. I love interacting with everybody, and it just makes me feel so good that everybody's there, period. Even if they're just watching, occasionally they'll even make a comment about something that's been said, and just to know that everyone is there, it just makes me feel really, really, really good. So I love that platform. We'll talk a little bit later about the possibility of expanding it and seeing how that goes. Also, I'm sure you remember. Hold up, I'm getting all off the alphabets, and I don't mean to. That is the one thing I can tell you we are definitely going to stick to, the alphabet. So all aboard. Welcome to the den. I am your Mama Cougar, aka Kitty Lane, from the baby boomer from the peninsula in Virginia. And this is Create and Relate. Come on in the den on this show off Saturday. We are currently at 347 subscribers. Our time is, I think it's right around like 1540. So it's starting to raise a little bit. Um, I'm asking if you will be so kind, just pick a kitty video or kitty playlist and just look at it for an hour or two a day. Just if you will, donate that time to me so we can help us get to the land that we want to be. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. This cold is, is going on 3 weeks now. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Um, I think I told you all recently that I seriously suffer from startitis. So, in an attempt to get some other business in my life straight, one of the advocates showed me this real cute halter top and short set. And I'm like, well, I can make pocketbooks. And they just as cute and a lot more useful. So I started another purse, y'all. These pieces I do get from Temu. It's a 3-piece set. It comes with the bottom and the two handles. The last time I got one, I got them in white. And everybody said the only thing, if you do it again, try to get darker accessories. So I went with black. And I have to admit, it's doing pretty good. I started this yesterday with a DK weight, a 3 DK weight. It's going to do these 4 colors. And of course, like band the colors coming up. And with it being so thin, I did like 143 stitches around, and every time I raised higher, instead of it coming up higher, it started fanning out. I couldn't understand. I'm not making it bigger, and if I were to decrease, then it would definitely make it bold, and I didn't want it to bold, so I got rid of the DK weight. You can see where I rolled all the red back on. And I decided to go with just yarn Ruby. Is it Ruby? It's Ruby. See, I've used it so much I knew what it was. Juan is teaching us. So that's where I started. Of course, I'm going to do a few more rounds. And then I'm going to level up, level up, level up, level up, level up. I am going to level up to this real pretty red. And then I'm going to go to the ballerina slipper, which is pink. And then I'll go to white. And so I'm loving the band concept, obviously. And that's where I'm going to do that. I'm going to see if I can find me some greens the same way, because I have another one and I want to do it in green. And then I'm going to order some more of those. I don't know. I might order like a whole carton of those because I love making these. As soon as I got to 100 stitches, I was like, you know what? I'm going to put this on pause because I need to catch up with my stitch oasis. So I am up to row 30. So yes, I am way behind. I am way behind. So this is where I am. This is the start of row 30. I'm on the cables. But I love my color choices. I am going to let this double dip and be a part of the Magical Mal because it looks like a sunburst. It is my interpretation of a sunburst. Yes, that's where we're going with that. Yes. I have completed a square, an 8-inch square for Jackie of Crochet HD. And she put it out there for all of her subscribers to make squares. She's got this thing going on called Hands Across Glam Erica. And of course, anything to help I try to do. So I made the square. And when I read the instructions, it said, make duplicate. So you have to make 2 squares, just like I knew I needed 2 squares, but I thought I was going to be able to make 2 original squares. So I put it aside so that I can make the twin. And I don't remember where I put it. I don't remember where I put it, guys. I don't. But in the meantime, in between time, this corner to corner got started. It did. And it's so pretty. And this is what I'm using along with a red. It's red. And what's going to be red on it? It's the heart in the middle. There are a couple of more colors that I'm considering adding, like a darker blue. This kind of sage tone here is going to be added. But and then in the middle is a heart. And this is, I think I set this aside to be one of the Stitcherhood blankets. I just wanted to get a foothold. I was actually drawing out the pattern while I was crocheting it. So when I got to the point that I got the heart as big as I wanted it, then I stopped this and put it aside for a while. Sometimes I kind of have to do that. So I'll know where it's headed. And back to BB again. BB, the yarn. Oh my God. First of all, thank you so much. And then the fact that you put them together in like color schemes so that like this right here, I have three of each of these. Three of each of these. That's going to make a beautiful blanket. This is going to make an absolutely beautiful blanket. And even though I thought I saw a pocketbook in this part, the pocketbook itself wouldn't take that much and it would still be enough to make an absolutely gorgeous blanket. So it's still going to be. And of course, these colors came together. If you remember the other baby blanket we did, which was the ballerina slipper in white, and I trimmed it in the green. Absolutely amazing. Yes, it was. These are the other two. These are the other two Stitch Oasis that I started. This one is going to be scrapped. I'm not going to do three. This one I will continue. The colors have already been put aside for the one that I have going and that one. So this one is going to be scrapped unless I measure it out and decide to do other squares and put all of those together and allow this to be the centerpiece of the squares. So in opening that out, guess what I found? I found my 8-inch square. This is another Kitty original. I have no name for it. I have no name for it at all. Being a country girl and going around the outsides, all I saw was a cornfield. Going around the outsides. I'm sorry, but that's all and I can't imagine what the name is going to be right now. But I do know that I have to make another one of those. And then I can send those to Jackie. And I'm trying to see what else I have without moving my head too fast. So you can see that I have started adding the lime green to the Brothers blanket and just how much it has grown. When I was folding it to put it away, I was like, oh my goodness, I did not realize that it had grown so much. Kind of felt like I wasn't doing myself justice. So yes, it does have some girth and some length to it. So I'm really happy and excited about that. The sisters, of course, hers is still in the bag. But having the pattern down and seeing how quickly it works up, in no time this to be done. And like I said, that's why I love the Saturdays, because it's like the end of the week and the beginning of the week all at the same time for me. I am not going to hold you all on today. I can't tell you. Hi, Lori. How are you? Dinky, I'm sorry. Hi, Dinky. I go ahead and spank the hand. I wasn't looking at it. I am so sorry. Jennifer, how are you, love? I'm sorry for breakfast. Vicky, how are you? For breakfast, I did have a bowl of pops. My grandson and I shared the last of the pops today. My baby girl had the Oreo. They don't call them Oreo O's anymore. I think they call them Oreo Crunch, something like that. For coffee, I have gone down to 16 ounces in coffee, and today I just have 8 ounces of the caramel macchiato. So we're going to coffee this headache away. And I also have 3 bottles of water. Um, Please don't forget they just had a Wildcard Wednesday challenge week on Wednesday on Juan's channel, one of the Yarn Addict. Michelle just dropped the stitch for the Cozy Encyclopedia. Stay tuned on her channel as well. She does wonderful crochet music. She does absolutely amazing crochet music. Vicky, I have the worst headache today. Michi! Like Michi Michi. Like Michi Michi Michi. Oh my goodness. Hi Michi, how are you? I go sneak in her room all the time and call myself learning German. I think el español y inglés y sign language. I think that's enough my poor little brain. I be trying though, Michi. I do. I try really, really, really hard. I do. I try. But yeah, Vicky, I woke up with the worst. Hello, my Michelle. I was talking about you today too. And I had not gotten to the cozy circle, the stitch circle yet. But I did mention the cozy encyclopedia. And the stitch circle was today. You can catch that on Saturday mornings, 9 o'clock Central Time, 10 o'clock Eastern Time. I was there just about on time this morning. If it hadn't been for a bladder call first, I'd have been on time. But yeah, the headache. I'm not rushing through, but I'm not really taking the time that I normally take. Thank you to get through today because the head is pounding. And this light is not helping at all. It really isn't. Yeah, so you see the things that I have to work on. My goal for this week, plus the other blankets that I told you about. I told you I had 30. I think it ended up being 30 whips. So this week is putting my head to the ground, working through headache and everything. And I want to get 5 things off my hook. I want to get 5 things off my hook. Some things are so close to being done that it's ridiculous. And it's not laziness. I get so excited about starting new things. And you're right, 31, probably 32 and 30. I didn't, well, yeah, it is 31 now. I get so excited about starting new things and being involved in challenges. Something about the word challenge is like somebody saying dare to me. You know, like I dare you. I challenge you to. Did somebody say Sandrine? Is Dreamy here? Dreamy! Oh my goodness. It is a crafter's issue, Mishi. And I know that I have some things coming up medically. And instead of invading my space with whips, I want to go ahead on and get some of these things off the hook because over the next several months, possibly into 2 years, I'm going to be spending a lot of time sleeping as I will be recovering from a lot of surgeries. So I am setting myself up for that. Will I stop crocheting? Come on, y'all. When I had the battery replaced, I told y'all when I woke up, I didn't ask for food or drink. I asked for my crocheting. That's how I roll. Absolutely. So yes, I'm setting myself up for better, more consistent follow through crocheting. Is there such a thing? I mean, for real though, is there such a thing? Yes. So yeah, I'm having just about the time of my life. Oh, and some more exciting news for you all. I don't know when it is going to happen, but I have reached out to my brother, and I let him know what I needed for my YouTube channel. And I know when he says he's working on it, that as soon as we get it, so we might come back glamour style, glamour style. Yes. Then I will have to wear makeup because y'all would be, oops, child. Y'all would be able to see my pores and all then. Oh my goodness. I know they say laughter is the best medicine. But my head is saying, yeah, keep laughing. You just keep laughing. Okay, Missy, Dreamy, Michelle, Joan, all of you, tell me how many bags. Don't even look at the projects in the bag because I have one project so big, it's taking up 2 bags and a tote. So how many bags do you all have? How many bags can you reach out and touch? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's just over there. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Y'all, I know I got at least 20 bags. 20 bags. These have started projects in them, or they have been pulled for the specific purpose of being with the project. I know I got at least 20. I know I got at least 20. So between the 31 whips and the 20 bag, we're gonna make a hello, Vivian. How are you? We're gonna make a significant difference by next Saturday. Today being the 23rd, so next Saturday will be the 30th. That'll be our last Saturday of the month. That's when I will be showing you my ball bands for the month. That's when I knew I had fallen behind because I told myself I wanted to get rid of a ball band a day, and I did catch up yesterday and got it down to, I was as many as 10 days behind. But between the past few days, I have gotten this down to only 3 days behind now. So I have 20 ball bands here. And today is the 23rd. It's supposed to be 23. 10 bags. Yes. Yes. And they're not hard to collect. Now, excuse me, if I'm being fair to myself, there are 2 bags that I have for my doctor's office. I don't even really include those in my whips because these are only things that I work on when I go to the doctor. And I know that as soon as they come off my hook, they're going straight in the washing machine because I don't trust doctor's offices. So, that's why they stay over there, separated from everything else. Yes. And they get sprayed down with the disinfectant and all that good stuff. Yes, your girl is a little bit of a germaphobe, but it's like the public thing, taking things out in public and bringing them back into the house. They got to be sprayed down, washed down. Yeah, it's like having to come through uh, the lab where you're at this, highly contagious chemical lab, and you got to go get sprayed down. You got to go get the chemicals and the radons and the radiation sprayed off of your suit, and then you strip, and then they burst you with all this air to get all the rest of the stuff off. And they suck the clothes down in the tube, and they send you out the door, and you still got to get sprayed down some more, what looks like flea powder, and then you come out on the other side looking like you just ate flour for the past 20 minutes. That's your story for the day. Oh, do they all have? No, not all of them have projects in them, like the one that I keep showing. And I don't know what I did with it. See, y'all, see. Here it is. Nope. Yes, here it is. Like this one. This one was going to be the pocketbook, but I do remember when I got it, I said that it was going to be a blanket. But if I were to say travel with the family to a restaurant or something, I have a bigger bag that would have the other skeins in it, and I have this bag that I would actually work from, and that's to keep everything from rolling all over the place. Yeah. Robin, how are you, love? How are you? Oh my goodness. Okay, so what I wanted to talk to you guys about or ask you guys about on Thursdays, we do our trivia. And it's just basically random trivia that I come across or something that's been eating at me for the week. And I'll go look up, all kinds of facts about it. So, would you like to continue to just have that on Thursdays? Or would you like to expand that and have it like maybe a small portion of it on Tuesdays or Saturdays? Robin, I'm going into week number 3 with this cold. My doctor said I had. And then I woke up this morning to my head screaming 1,000 names at one time. At me, of course. Yeah. That's why you see me blinking a lot. The light is like killing me right now. I feel like I am so glad Khadijah's not here because the one thing you cannot ever make me is a spider. I love you, Khadijah, but please don't ever do that one. Yeah, if you see my thumbnail, you see that I'm a turtle in the thumbnail. I've been a bionic woman. I've been a mango. I forgot the one on Donkey Kong. Uh, I forgot the one on Donkey Kong. But Khadijah makes me into these like beautiful and cute characters. The one that's coming out next month. I can't wait for you guys to see it. I really can't. It is absolutely amazing. So keep a lookout for that one. Or or if you want to get a heads up on it, you can always go to my community post page and you'll see. You tell everything, sis. I wasn't ready to say it. So I am going to get on these things that I have to get on. And if you think that I've forgotten about my washcloths, I have not. That is on the list of mates. Um, and the beach bags, I have not forgotten about those either. But like I said, what I'm trying to do is develop a more workable space for myself. It looks like I'm going to be in bed for a while. And the least I can do is make it comfortable and still respect the fact that it is my bed. And when it's time for other things to go, they have to go. It got so bad I was sleeping with my crocheting. So I was like, you know what? I actually need to. I need to fix that. So that's one of the things that I've been working on in my organizing. Um, I also want to keep you all reminded. Please keep up with your journals. Please, please, please. Journaling is so important. You may not call it journaling. You may call it writing down your memoirs, um, keeping up with a diary, just jotting notes down. But it's very important. It's very important that you have something in writing. We're turning into that type of society that if we can't prove it, It didn't happen. It's not happening. It's not for real. And we have to protect ourselves. As far as medically is concerned, we are getting of that age that we don't remember everything. Yeah, I sit stuff down, and in a minute I forget where is it all. I'm looking for it. So when we write things down about how we feel, and what do we think caused those things, or the fact like I fall a lot, so I fell. What was I doing when I fell? What were the conditions? Was I rushing? Was I on a rug, on the flat floor, in the bathroom? Did I go from a seated position, a laying down position? And it sounds like a lot when I'm saying it, but if I put like under today, fail, put the time, bathroom, washing hands, that covered all of that. Because I know that I have nothing on my bathroom floor as far as a rug or a mat is concerned. So everything else is covered. I was washing my hands, and when I woke up, I was not washing my hands. Please forgive me. I am sorry about that. Um, yeah. So just to keep up with those things so that we can let our medical team know, please stop feeling like you have to just deal with the medical team you're dealt. That is your team to design. That is your team design should be by and for you. By and for you. If you go to a doctor and your chemistries don't work, you have every right to choose another doctor. Um, Quick story, my daughter had a doctor once, a female doctor from the outside. My mom and I were like, great. Maybe now she's getting somebody that can work with her. Because this woman doesn't look like um, she'll take any nonsense. My daughter got a lot of nonsense to give. My oldest daughter. So I go with her to the doctor because she has MS. And she's had this is early, and she wasn't sure of everything that she was going through. And they told her not to drive. So I had to come over and then drive her to the doctor. We sit in the waiting room for 30 minutes. That's already a no with Nikki. If I get here 5 minutes before my time, in that time, you need to be, hello, Nature Nectar. How are you, love? So good to see you. But I lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry. But at any rate, she was real early in it and didn't know exactly what to do. So taken to the doctor's office. 30 minutes we're waiting in the waiting room. And they finally call her in the back. I declare we waited longer than 30 minutes in the room for the doctor to get there. That's a definite no-no with Nikki. So when this lady walks in the room, she sees me and specifically says, hello, ma'am, looked at me and spoke. And I said, how are you? She then looked up from me, looked at my daughter and said, mm. And my daughter looked at her and said, mm. And being that my daughter is part of a sorority, I'm like, okay, it must be a soror thing. Or maybe they're in different sororities. And, you know, the visit itself took 7 minutes. She took my sister's blood, she took my daughter's blood pressure, took her temperature, her pulse ox, rate of breathing, heart rate, checked her breathing, and said to her, I see you went to the hospital. I'll call you in a prescription. It'll be ready in a couple of hours. And walked out. Don't y'all know that y'all would have had to come get Kitty out of jail? Y'all would have had to come get your girl out of jail. Y'all would have, because there's no way. I had one doctor do that to me. And I was almost arrested. And I'm proud of it because he walked in the room and said to me, "You have stage 2 pancreatic cancer. Here are a list of oncologists. Go check one out." Tosses it on the bed, and he walked his happy hind parts out the room. Yes, I did almost go to jail. You want to know why? Because I kept asking to see him, and he kept putting me off. "How you doing, Tina? Good to see you. I'm on a little rant right now. Just follow along with me." So I need to see this man, and we need to talk about this. First of all, when did you do any kind of biopsy? Nobody said anything to me about this being a possibility. Who are you? You know, you just call me in your office, toss this thing at me, and say, "Find you an oncologist," and walk out? No, Ninja, that's not how this works. So he kept putting me off and kept putting me off and kept putting me off. And after a couple of hours, I got tired of being put off. And I acted like the crazy lady. I disrobed completely. And I walked out into the hallway and said, "I need to see Dr. O now." I've never been a little girl. So they got to see all my tucks and rolls and biscuits and cinnamon buns. And yes, they did. Do I feel bad about that? No. No, I don't. Because the doctor came back and had a conversation with me. Yes, he did. You don't do what these two doctors did and expect to keep people as your patients. And this is what I'm telling you all. If you all have doctors to treat you like that, they're not your doctor. There's someone just there to get paid at your expense, whether you have insurance or not. And even if you do have insurance, I don't care what kind of insurance, you're entitled to the best health care. Don't let them railroad you into thinking, feeling, seeing, tasting, touching what they think you did. You know you better than anybody else in the world knows you. If you go to the doctor and you tell them this tooth is crooked, and they say, no, you look at your face and your teeth every day. That dentist doesn't. "Well, according to your charts back and look, so and so, I look at these every day. This one is crooked. And I need to know what we're going to do." You have that right. And if they're not talking the language you want to hear, get you another doctor, baby. Get you another. One thing I'm learning in trying to find certain members to complete my team, your insurance may say that they only have this one in their group. If another one is in another group, you get your doctor to write a referral. I don't know how I got so lucky to have two cardiologists. I got two of them. I do, because when I left the company that I had before and went to this group, he's not a member of this group. But just like he told me the first time he put an implant in my chest in 2015, "I will always be your cardiologist." Facts. And he will always be my cardiologist. And if the man walked in here right now and proposed, I'd be a happily married. No, I'm sorry. He is a cutie, but he's married. Yes, he is a cutie, but he's married. These doctors aren't like they. No, doctors are not like they used to be. Doctors are more into big pharma now. And I know you all see it when you're sitting in the waiting room and the person in the nice dress suit comes in, walks up to the counter and says they have a meeting with so and so. And then they tell them, "Go ahead on back." They go back and they're tailing this doctor around, introducing to him the next best pill. No, it has not been FDA qualified yet, but, and this is the part of the conversation that we're not supposed to hear. If you get 100 of these turned into a prescription by the end of the month, um, we can offer you a nice kickback. Middle of nothing, nice kickback. We can go on vacation. That's what they're seeing now. We become a lab rat. How did I find out the wrong way? I don't have a problem with my blood sugar on the high end. I'm hypoglycemic and have been for years. We found out in the 90s, okay, that I'm hypoglycemic. Okay. Got with a newer doctor, and all he saw was, I'm keeping it real, y'all, this fat black chick walked into his office that was hypertensive. And the first thing he did was put me on a lipid. Had done no blood work whatsoever. I started swelling up and I lost feeling in the whole left side of my body. And when I go into the doctor's office, when the doctor comes in the room and he looks over everything and he looks at me and he says, "What medications are you on?" Right away. And I tell him, I said, "Oh, and my doctor just put me on this one." And he said some explicits out loud. And I'm looking at him. He said, "I am so sorry." I said, "No, no, no. I'm not the Sunday school teacher I look like I am. So go ahead. You're free." He said, "I want to show you something." And he bought me a fax sheet that comes out in one of these medical journals of 30 qualifications that a person should not take that medication. The number one reason is female. So everybody out here trying to get your ALCs checked out and all that good stuff, and they putting you on these lipids if you're a female, ask them for one of those printouts. If you have high blood pressure, you shouldn't be taking it. If you're on blood pressure medication, you shouldn't be taking it. If you are morbidly obese, you should not be taking it. It's like the first 6 things on this list I checked off. But Big Pharma put a bug in the ear. Hey, if you get 100 prescriptions out, we'll give you a nice 50 G's for that, and they're looking forward to that $50,000 so they can go on vacation. And God, don't let them come with the samples. When they come with the samples and they come back and look at the box of samples and then the prescriptions that were generated from the samples they sent out, oh, they get healthy kickbacks from that. That's what's happened to doctors today. You remember when the doctor used to come, well, for some of us, I'm right on the baby end of it, when the doctors used to come to the house to see you when you needed help, if you couldn't get to the office. And not only did that doctor come to the house to help you, that doctor knew everyone in your house. That doctor knew everyone in your house's health. That doctor knew if the kids were having bad days in school. That doctor knew if the husband couldn't work in the field anymore. If you trying to sustain the household got up on your ankle quicker than you should have. He told you to stay in bed for 2 days. So why, when his wife walked by the window yesterday, you standing in the kitchen? That's not the bed. Those are the doctors that we used to have, and they could help us and they could get us through the situations that we go and have been through and will continue to go through. Y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all what I just felt. When I exhaled, the pressure that I had been feeling right here went down about 50%. So yes, I want you all to stay vigilant about your health. Whatever you have going on this week, I'm getting off the health right now. Whatever you have going on this week, take accountability. Look at what you have. Jot it down. That's why I know I tell y'all to write a whole lot of stuff down. Make a list of your whips. Challenge yourself to go through them. Challenge yourself to get these whips done. If and I'm not saying neglect anything else, but I know me, I would get stuck on Reels, on TikToks. You know, I need to take that 2 hours back and put it back into my crocheting. That's what I need to do if I plan to get these whips knocked out. Y'all, you guys have been great. You've been absolutely wonderful. I am going to leave a note, however, in the community post asking you if you want to extend those days of trivia or if you like it just like it is. And starting next month, I'll give you the whole layout, the whole spiel. And if not, I'll give it to you next Saturday. How about that? We'll talk about it a little bit on Thursday, but I really don't take away from the trivia time because it's so much fun. But yes, we're going to check that out on the community post. I'm still going to continue to work to get things off my bed so I can get my bed back. Know that I love you guys. Know that I really want you all to practice self-love because self-love is the greatest love of all. And you can't love others the way they deserve to be loved if you don't first love yourself the way you deserve to be loved. Remember, Kitty Lane told you. Remember, Kitty Lane loves you. So until we see each other again on these YouTube streets, peace out, everybody. I love you. I love you.